Welcome back. Our today's topic is blood pressure. The force exerted by the blood on the walls of the artery is known as blood pressure. The force exerted by the blood on the walls of the arteries is known as blood pressure. Now, what is systole? Systole term is used for contraction. When auricles contract or ventricle contract, the word systole is used, and when they relax, diastole word is used. So what is ventricular systole? When the ventricle contract, the pressure in the walls of the artery is known as ventricular systole. When the ventricle contract, the pressure in the walls of the artery is known as ventricular systole, and such type of pressure is known as systolic pressure. The systolic pressure in humans is 120 mm of mercury. What is ventricular diastole? When the ventricles relax, the pressure in the walls of the artery is known as diastolic pressure, or such type of relaxation is known as ventricular diastole. Or when the ventricles relaxes, the pressure in the wall of the artery is known as diastolic pressure. It is 80 mm of mercury. Clear? Ventricular systole and ventricular diastole. So for a normal healthy person, the blood pressure is 120 by 80 mm of mercury. First on the above systolic pressure, on down we write diastolic pressure. For the healthy person, the pressure is 120 by 80 mm of mercury. The instrument used for measuring the blood pressure is known as sphygmomanometer. The instrument sphygmomanometer. The instrument used to measure the blood pressure is known as sphygmomanometer. Now, what is hypertension? If the pressure of a person is above than the normal pressure, that is known as hypertension. Usually, if a person has 140 by 90 mm of mercury, the blood pressure is 140 by 90, that considered as hypertension or high blood pressure. Now, what is the cause of hypertension? Sometimes in the walls of the arteries, some constriction appears. Imagine this is a constriction in the way of the blood. Blood flows in this direction, and some constriction in the flow of the blood, which causes resistance to the flow of blood. This is the main cause of hypertension. When resistance in the flow of blood, that causes hypertension. So it results in rupture of the artery and internal bleeding also. Clear? So first is what is blood pressure? The force exerted by the blood on the walls of the artery is known as blood pressure. The blood pressure is higher in artery as compared to veins. What is ventricular systole? When the ventricles contract, the pressure in the wall of the artery is known as systolic pressure. When the ventricle relaxes, the pressure in the wall of the artery is known as diastolic pressure. For the healthy person, this is 120 by 80 mm of mercury. The instrument used is sphygmomanometer. If the person's blood pressure is above 120 by 90, 140 by 90, then it is known as hypertension. What is the cause of hypertension? When some constriction appears or resistance comes in the flow of blood, that causes the hypertension, which results in the rupture of the artery or internal bleeding. Now, the different type of blood vessels. In the humans, arteries are present, veins are present, and capillaries are present. Different type of blood vessels are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Here the important question is, what is the difference between artery and vein? First point is, artery take blood away from heart, and vein, they bring blood towards heart. Arteries are thick walled and their walls are elastic, but veins have thin wall. Valves are absent in case of artery and valves are present in case of vein. These are the main differences between artery and vein. Next is capillaries. Capillaries are very thin walled blood vessels. They are made up of single cell, very thin walled. They join artery to the vein. In the tissue region, imagine this is the artery. This artery then divides into arterioles. These arterioles further divides into capillaries. In the tissue region, these capillaries are present where main exchange of material occurs. Then these capillaries joins again to form venules and vein. So main exchange of material occurs in capillary region. They join artery to the vein. Now the different type of blood cells. In humans, different blood cells are red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Now what is the function of these? RBC, they carry oxygen to different parts of the body. WBC, they are known as the soldiers of our body and they fight with the germs. Platelets help in blood clotting. RBC help in transport of oxygen. WBC fight the germs. Platelets, they help in blood clotting. Now our next topic is lymph. Lymph is also known as tissue fluid. How lymph is formed? First try to understand. When the blood flows through the artery further divides into arterioles, and in the tissue region that arteriole further divides into capillaries. So as the diameter go on decreasing, pressure go on increasing. In the capillaries, tremendous pressure is present. Because of the tremendous pressure and capillaries are thin walled, some liquid comes out from the blood into this tissue region. This is known as lymph. Because of the tremendous pressure and thin walls of the capillaries, they are porous also, some liquid comes out in the tissue region that is known as tissue fluid or lymph. That is known as tissue fluid or lymph. It has the same composition as that of the blood, but it is colorless. Why it is colorless? Because RBC are bigger in size, they cannot pass from the walls of the capillaries. So this lymph is colorless and have less proteins as compared to the blood. Lymph has the same composition as that of the blood, but it is colorless and have less proteins as compared to the blood. What is the composition of lymph? It contains mainly the amount of plasma, small amount of proteins also are present, and some blood cells like WBC can pass through the capillaries. So WBCs are present in the lymph. What is the main function of the lymph? It helps in the absorption of fat from intestine. Then lymphatic system maintains the volume of the blood. Because every time some liquid comes out from the blood, so it decreases the volume of the blood. Again in our body, a lymphatic system is present which take this lymph back and put that into the heart through veins. So this lymph is taken by the lymph capillaries. Then these lymph capillaries join to form lymph vessels, and these lymph vessels then open into the heart through the vena cavas. So from the tissue region, the lymph is taken by the lymph capillaries. These lymph capillaries join to form lymph vessels, and these lymph vessels then open into the larger veins, and these veins then open into the right auricle. So in this way they maintain, lymphatic system maintains the volume of the blood. The liquid which comes out from the blood earlier is again taken back by the lymphatic system into the heart. So it maintains the volume of the blood because lymphatic system takes back the lymph into the heart. So it maintains the volume of the blood. In the lymph, WBCs are present. WBCs, they are the soldiers of our body. So they fight with the germs. In between, lymph nodes are also present, which have the rich amount of lymphocytes. Lymphocytes means WBCs. So these WBCs fights with the germs. So this is main about lymph, also known as tissue fluid. It has the same composition as that of the blood, but less proteins are present. Main function is help in absorption of fat. It maintains the volume of the blood and fight with the germs. I think this is clear to you. We will continue with this topic. Thank you.